Every spring, we see gorgeous outfits on mannequins or online. But when we try them on, they don't always flatter a petite frame. I've spent years figuring out which styles work best for short women over 50. And today, I'm breaking it all down for you. And there's one spring trend everyone's wearing right now. But for petite women, it can be a disaster. I'll reveal what it is later in the video, so keep watching. You know when you put on a pair of pants and something just feels off? Maybe your legs look shorter, or your proportions feel unbalanced. I used to struggle with this too, until I realized the power of high-waisted pants. If you're on the shorter side, these are a total game changer. They create the illusion of longer legs, a defined waist, and an overall sleeker silhouette, without needing to wear sky-high heels. Now, not all high-waisted pants are created equal. The right cut makes all the difference. A straight leg pant is the most universally flattering option because it elongates your legs without adding bulk. Wide leg styles can also work, but only if they are tailored and not overly voluminous. The goal is to create a long, clean line from waist to hem. Anything too loose or baggy will do the opposite. It'll make you look shorter and drown your figure. Pairing your high-waisted pants with the right top is just as important. The trick is to define the waistline. A tucked-in blouse, a cropped jacket, or a fitted top works best. Longer, boxy tops that cover the waistband completely can ruin the effect and make you look shorter. A high-waisted pant in the same color family as your top creates an uninterrupted vertical line, making you appear taller. Now, what about prints and details? Keep embellishments minimal on the lower half of your body. Large pockets, heavy distressing, or thick belts can break up that long line. Instead, go for clean, structured styles that enhance the elongation effect. If you love belts, opt for a slim, tonal belt that blends seamlessly with your pants, rather than one that cuts your body in half. So, if you've been struggling with feeling stumpy in certain outfits, high-waisted pants are your best friend. They give your body a natural lift, define your waist, and instantly make your legs look longer. Once you switch to high-waisted styles, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. Now let's move on to one of my favorite styling hacks for petite women: vertical patterns. If you've ever wondered why some outfits make you look taller and leaner while others don't, it all comes down to how the eye perceives lines and movement. Vertical lines create a continuous visual path from top to bottom, making you appear taller. This is why pinstripes, vertical pleats, and structured seams work so well. They guide the eye up and down instead of side to side, creating a naturally elongated effect. Now, when I say vertical patterns, I don't mean you have to walk around in bold pinstripe suits, unless that's your style. Subtle vertical details work just as well. A blouse with vertical stitching, a pleated skirt, or trousers with a center crease all create the same effect without being overly obvious. If you love stripes, opt for thin vertical ones instead of thick horizontal ones. Even diagonal patterns can work, as long as they create an upward movement rather than a widening one. So, if you want to add instant height without wearing heels, incorporating vertical patterns is an effortless way to do it. It's all about tricking the eye into seeing a longer, leaner silhouette. Once you start using this trick, you'll notice how much taller and more streamlined your outfits look. Let's move on with one of the most flattering dress styles for petite women over 50, the midi dress. Now I know what you might be thinking. A midi dress? Won't that cut me off at the wrong place? And the answer is, it depends on the style. When done right, a midi dress can elongate your frame beautifully, making you look taller and more put together. The key is all in the proportions. The best midi dresses for petite women are the ones that hit right below the knee. If the hemline falls at an awkward length, it can make your legs look shorter than they actually are. A good rule of thumb is to always check where the dress lands when you try it on. If it's hitting your shin in an unflattering spot, it might not be the right one for you. Now, let's talk about structure and fit. A wrap-style midi dress is one of the best options because it creates a beautiful vertical line that draws the eye upward. A-line silhouettes, belted styles, and dresses with a defined waist are also incredibly flattering. They keep your shape visible instead of drowning you in fabric. And if you love a little drama, opt for a dress with a subtle slit. It elongates the legs while adding a touch of elegance. Fabric and print play a huge role too. Lighter, flowy fabrics like chiffon or soft cotton are great for movement, but make sure they don't overwhelm your frame. When it comes to prints, smaller, delicate patterns work best for petites. Large florals or bold geometric prints can be overpowering and visually shrink your frame. If you love prints, try vertical stripes or tonal designs that keep the eye moving up and down. So, if you've been hesitant to try midi dresses because you thought they'd make you look shorter, think again. With the right fit, length, and styling tricks, they can be one of the most elegant and elongating pieces in your wardrobe. Would you wear a midi dress this spring? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, let's talk about jackets, one of the trickiest pieces for petite women. A jacket can either elongate your frame or completely overwhelm it. That's why I always recommend cropped jackets as the perfect solution. They create a high waistline, define your shape, and keep your proportions balanced. The best cropped jackets hit right at your natural waist, or just above the hip bone. Anything longer, especially oversized blazers or long boxy coats, can make you look shorter and shapeless. A well-fitted cropped jacket, on the other hand, visually lifts your frame and gives the illusion of longer legs. Color plays a role too. Neutral shades like camel, navy, or black are timeless and versatile, but don't be afraid to add a pop of color. A cropped red or emerald jacket can instantly brighten up your spring wardrobe while still being flattering. Now, here's where things get interesting. Cropped jackets are also great layering pieces. They work beautifully over midi dresses, high-waisted jeans, and tailored trousers. If you love wearing longer tops or blouses, a cropped jacket helps keep your proportions balanced without swallowing your frame. I've added the link to my favorite pieces in the description box below to help you get started. Let's talk about one of the simplest yet most effective ways to create longer-looking legs: nude footwear. This little trick works like magic, and I swear by it. When you wear shoes that blend with your skin tone, they create a seamless line that extends your leg visually. And the best part? You don't need sky-high heels to make it work. Even a small heel or a well-chosen flat can give you that elongated effect. I've been using this trick for years, and I can tell you it makes a huge difference, especially in spring when we swap out darker winter shoes for something lighter. Now, when I say nude shoes, I don't mean just any beige pair you find in a store. The key is to match the shoe as closely as possible to your skin tone. For lighter skin tones, look for soft beige or light tan shades. If you have a medium skin tone, opt for warm caramel or honey-colored hues. And for darker skin tones, rich mocha or deep taupe shades work beautifully. The idea is to create continuity between your foot and your leg, rather than cutting it off with a contrasting shoe color. Nude shoes also pair effortlessly with spring outfits. Whether you're wearing cropped pants, flowy skirts, or spring dresses, they blend in without drawing too much attention to the feet. They also make your legs look leaner and more proportionate, which is exactly what we want when dressing a petite frame. And let's not forget versatility. One good pair of nude shoes can go with almost everything in your wardrobe. Now, let's talk about heel height. While a classic nude pump is always a win, I know that not everyone loves wearing heels all day, especially as we get older. If you prefer flats, go for a nude ballet flat, loafer, or mule with a slightly pointed toe. Even a tiny heel, like 1/2 inch, helps with the elongating effect. And if you love sneakers, opt for a sleek nude or blush-toned pair instead of stark white to maintain that seamless look. All right, so now that we've covered one of my favorite styling tricks, let's shift gears. There's one huge spring trend that's everywhere this year, and while it looks amazing on some women, for petites, it can be an absolute disaster. I see so many women falling into this style trap, and it's making them look shorter, wider, and completely lost in their outfits. If you're petite, you'll want to rethink this one before adding it to your wardrobe. Let's talk about what it is, and more importantly, how to fix it. So, what's the trend? Oversized, billowy, and voluminous clothes. These pieces are all over the runways and fashion magazines this season, and while they might look effortlessly chic on taller women, for petite ladies, they can be overwhelming. When you wear too much fabric, especially in a long, unstructured style, it can drown your frame and make you look shorter and wider instead of elongated. The problem with these flowy skirts and dresses is the lack of definition. If there's no shape to your outfit, your natural silhouette gets lost, and instead of looking elegant and breezy, you end up looking like you're wearing a tent. And trust me, I've tried this trend before, thinking I could make it work. But every time, I found myself adjusting my outfit, tucking things in, or belting everything just to create some structure. So, while this trend is everywhere this spring, petite women over 50 should be mindful of how they wear it. Instead of following it exactly as it appears on the runways, tweak it to suit your proportions. If you really love the idea of a flowy skirt, pair it with something fitted on top to balance out the volume. Avoid anything too chunky or heavy, as that will only weigh down the look. Fashion should work for you, not against you. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay ahead of next season's fashion, you're going to love this next video. I'm sharing the best trouser styles that are not only on trend, but also perfect for women over 50. So stay tuned, you won't want to miss this one.